Today's workout is going to be pretty different than what we normally do. I'm calling this working out when you don't feel like working out. And it's exactly what it sounds like. It'll be 2 videos. This first one today will all be done on a mat. We're never going to get out off of our mat. And this is a great practice for when you might be feeling tired and just not feeling it for whatever reason. Maybe it's on your day off and you need something a little bit more gentle. Or maybe you're trying to see like, how do I feel about exercising today? And you might use this as a warm-up just to kind of check in with your body, see how you're doing, and you may decide you're going to do your regular workout. However you use it, welcome, and let's get started. So go ahead and come to lie on your back. And we're gonna start today by taking just a few deep breaths. So go ahead and put your hands on your belly and take a nice deep breath in through your nose and exhale out of either your nose or your mouth. That's up to you. And what I want you to aim for is to see if you can have these hands on your belly rise as you breathe in and soften as you breathe out. For most of us, that'll take a little bit of focus. It might be happening naturally for you. Whatever it is, just see if you can deepen your breath. Let's do one more just like that. And from here, we're going to start to move our legs a little bit, bringing the hands by the side. Just go ahead and bring one leg up, bringing your leg just as close as is comfortable towards your chest, and set it down. Other side, set it down. Keep that going, just nice and easy, a little gentle march here. Knees come up, and then set the foot down. Let's do that one more time on each side. And we're going to get into the shoulders. So from here, bringing your feet hip width apart. Don't worry too much about your form. We're just kind of warming the body up. Reach your arms all the way overhead and back down by your side. So if your arms don't go this far up, that's okay. Just go as far as you can take them and bring them back down to your side. Now I want you to notice what's going on here in your ribs. So when you bring your arms overhead, keep the ribs down, so that will take a little gentle engagement of your abdominal muscles. So keep your ribs down as you reach up. Again, that might change your range of motion. It's all good. Do 2 more. Last one here. And bringing your hands by your side. We're going to get into our abdominal muscles a little bit. So inhale, lengthen through the back of your neck. As you breathe out, I want you to really fire up this part of your body. Pull your belly button to your spine. Reach your fingertips to your toes so that curls your head and upper back off of the mat. Take a deep breath in and exhale, soften down. We're going to repeat that a few times. Lengthen through the back of the neck. As you breathe in, as you exhale, pull the belly and reach your fingertips towards your feet. Keep like an orange in your chin here, so you don't want to be looking up like this. And soften down a couple more times. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull the belly in to help peel you off. Inhale, stay, soften the shoulders. Exhale down. Let's do one more just like that. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull the fingertips towards your feet. Inhale, stay, and exhale, soften. Now we're going to just do a couple more. You can do exactly what we were just doing. That's cool. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, go ahead and bring your legs up to what's called tabletop, knees above hips, shins parallel to the floor. So a lot more work here. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, peel off. Inhale, stay. Again, soften the shoulders. Exhale, down. Just do a couple more of these. Inhale, lengthen. Really pull the belly button in, reaching, 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 and soften down. Let's just do 2 more. Inhale, exhale, pull the fingers away from your shoulders. Inhale, stay, soften here. Exhale down. Last time. Inhale, exhale, peel up. Inhale, stay, and exhale, down. Go ahead and set your feet flat on the mat. Now earlier we did this arm thing. We're gonna add on our hips. So we're gonna do a little moving hip bridge. That arm movement is optional. So from here, you're just gonna inhale to press your hips up, and then exhale, soften down one vertebrae at a time, slowly lowering down. So you can bring your arms with or not, that's up to you. Inhale, lift your hips up, press into all parts of your feet. Exhale, soften down. Keep that going, inhale. Exhale, soften down. You might decide to take a little bit longer for those softening downs. That's totally cool. Inhale up. Exhale, soften down. Let's just do that one more time. We're going to hold on top. So as you reach your arms, they can be overhead or by your side. Squeeze your glutes gently. Press into your feet to lift a little bit more. Keep the breath flowing. Think of reaching your knees away from your hips. Take a deep breath in and exhale, soften down. From here, we're just going to gently windshield wiper the legs side to side. Any amount, can be smaller than what I'm doing here. You can bring your arms to a T if that feels good. Once more each way. And then from here, coming either to your right or left, it does not matter, coming up to a seat. We're gonna get some twisting in the spine, a little engagement in our abdominal muscles. So go ahead and bring your feet hip width apart, and you wanna find a place where you're not getting crampy in your hip flexors, but you can still sit up nice and tall. So your feet might be a little further away, and that's fine. From here, sitting up nice and tall, we're gonna lean back just a little bit and come back up. So we're gonna do this a few times. You can hold on or not. Lean back, feel some feelings here, and come back up. Keep the feet connected to the ground, lean back, keep a nice open chest, and up. Let's do one more just like that, and up, make sure you're breathing. So now we're going to lean back to stay, and we're just gonna start gently rotating side to side. So you can bring your arms, if you wanna hold on to something, sometimes that can be a nice, like a pillow, that can be a nice way to keep the shoulders in line. Make sure you follow your hands with your eyes. That will have your head turning with you. So we're getting into the obliques as we get a little bit of nice twisting motion in the spine. If at any point this feels yucky, reset and start over, because you want to keep a nice long spine. So your abs are definitely engaged here. Maybe not like for every muscle fiber in your abs is engaged, but see if you can pull the belly in even more to create a little more strength here. But nice and easy. Let's do one more each way. And come back to the center and sit up. So moving on, we're gonna come to our hands and knees. Spread your fingers nice and wide and see if you can bring your knees under your hips. From here, let's just go ahead and move around. If you're familiar with yoga, you might know cat-cow where you're bending your spine, or you might do barrel rolls where you circle around. I want you to just move your spine in whatever way feels good, so you can kind of shimmy the shoulders around. Again, make it whatever feels good and a chance to explore. Maybe look up and circle the head too. And then come to stillness. And what we're gonna start with is really tucking the tailbone under. So we're thinking of really, we're gonna engage in our abdominals here to do that, to lengthen our low back. Keep that tuck, and I want you to reach your left foot down. That might be as far as you go up, or you can reach the leg up as long as you're keeping this tucked. So we want the work to be in the glute and not so much in the low back. So glute and abs here, not so much low back. And go ahead and set that down. Let's try that on the other side. So again, tuck the tailbone to create a nice long lower back. Lower backs can get kind of tight and archy if we've been sitting a lot, so this is a chance to undo that. Leg might stay here or rise up. And go ahead and bring that down. So that's your option. You can stay there. If you want to get a little bit more movement, a little bit more engagement in those glutes, we're going to tuck the tailbone under as we did before. Bring our hands a little wider, again, only if you're going to do this option, otherwise keep them under your shoulders. Reach the leg back, and you're going to bend at the elbows, only going as far as you can, and lift the leg up, squeezing the glute. So you're going to press, so see if you can lift even higher, keeping the tailbone tucked. Come back up a couple times. Nice and easy, keep your breath flowing. One more time, really squeeze that glute again. Keep the tailbone tucked. One more time on this side and up. Go ahead and set that down. We'll do that on the other side. So again, you might just stay here, lifting a little. Otherwise, we're gonna add that bend. So tuck the tailbone under, pull that belly in, reaching the leg, thinking of the glute doing the work, bending at the elbows, coming back up. Keep the tailbone tucked. That's probably the most challenging part for a lot of folks because you could get your leg higher. If you did not, you'd be able to just bring it way up. But we're really focusing on keeping the abs engaged, keeping the work in the glute rather than the low back. Let's just do a couple more. Keep breathing, exhale on the way up. One more time. Good, and go ahead and come to your knees. We're just gonna do a few more things here. Stepping the right leg forward, any amount. If you want a deeper stretch in your hip flexor, you can shift your hips forward, but you don't need to. Your hands can come to your thigh. If you're used to this position, you might cactus the arms or even reach them up overhead. Whatever you do is fine. I'm gonna show this basic version. And we're just gonna press forward gently and come back, sending the hips back. So we're gonna press forward and then gently send the hips back. Make sure that if your hands are resting on your thigh, that they are not pushing into your knee. They're just gently resting on the thigh. Let's do two more. And the last one, pressing forward and releasing. Let's do that on our second side. This is the last thing we're gonna do today. So if you're like, I'm kind of over it, just hang with it for a few more. Here we go. So again, you can open up as much as you want or not. A wider stance will get more opening in that hip. So again, we're pressing forward, shifting back. Only go as far as feels comfortable to you. It should feel like a little stretch, but not maximum stretch. You know, if you're having a hard time stabilizing and your range of motion allows, you can bring your hands here. But for some folks, that range of motion is kind of difficult. So again, do what makes sense for you. Keep everything nice and soft here so we're not forcing any of this. One more time, forward and back. And plant your hands and come to a seat. I thank you for joining me for this little opportunity to move the body, to add some wonderful healing ranges of motion, and I hope to see you back here again soon.